What's up guys, this is Coach Ray and today we're going to train our forearms. We're going to look at one of the most simple, most basic bread and butter exercise that you can do for your forearms. In this video I will not only cover things that are related to arm wrestling training, but also for everyone who just want to get stronger, bigger, more mobile forearms. When we're talking about barbell curls on a flat bench, arm wrestling community is pretty split on this one. Some will say that this is amazing exercise to develop strength for arm wrestling. Others will say, well, it doesn't work that great. So I'm going to cover all these things. I'm going to talk about aspects, what this exercise does, where the tension goes, and what is it good for. Let's start with the part with what I like to call overall training. So these exercises, these variations will help for everyone who want to get bigger, stronger forearms. The first mistake I notice when someone is doing this exercise is about gripping. So guys will take the bar like this and they will try to do this exercise and they say, I cannot flex my arms anymore. So if you look at our hands like this, when they're flexed, they're going a little bit supinated, a little bit inside. You see this line is breaking. From straight, it's going inside. So if you're taking a bar and you're keeping your elbow straight with your forearm like this, automatically it will go a little bit inside. So how to fix this? Put your elbows together, as much mobility as you can, or take a wider grip. So let's look, elbows together like this, and from here I can go this far. If I take it wider, I can go much more. To fix this, it's really simple. Just put your elbows together and take a wider grip. Our arms are naturally in this position. When guys don't know how to do this exercise correctly, they will complain about wrist pains. This is because the tendons are getting stretched, because they're in an uncomfortable position, and when you're putting load on it, basically you're breaking your arm in this position. So first fix, pretty simple, elbows together, a little bit wider grip. Second thing we need to look at is thumb placement, like this. So first variation we will do is just letting go of our wrist. This is full range of motion. So arm is fully extended, fully flexed, like this. To make this harder, I like to let go on my fingertips. So some people will put their thumbs right away on the other side and do it like this. But if you take bigger weights, the weight might fall out and escape. Some guys like to do it like this because they say it's more comfortable in this position than it is on this one. So first variation was just with the wrist like this. Second is letting go on your fingertips like this. So you're getting more stretch here, it's harder to do it from this position. So for everyone who just want to get stronger, bigger, more mobile forearms, these two variations are the best you can do. Fat grips. Any kind of variation of fat grips will do. Guys are always asking me, so if I add fat grip, will it help to get stronger forearms? We need to look at this exercise from other point of view. So we need to look where the tension is most. So right now, the most tension when you're adding fat grips is right here. It's not here. When you go over parallel, over the straight arm, like this, here is less tension. It's actually going more inside. It's helping me go the other way. For full range of motion, I recommend using fat grip because you can have a little bit bigger stretch, a little bit harder to go in. But you cannot flex your arm all the way out without chance of the bar falling on your arms. I recommend using fat grips for basic training, not arm wrestling training with barbell on this exercise. So now we're going into arm wrestling territory. So most tension on a joint is when it's parallel to the floor or ground. This is where the most tension is. So if I'm doing wrist curls, and my arm is straight like this, most tension will be right here. So when I'm going upwards, weight is in different angle and it's actually easier. So the position where the most tension is straight wrist position, what we call starting position. So when you're doing these kind of exercises, when you're doing barbell curls, you're actually training this position for your arm to be strong in this position. So for arm wrestling, we don't need to do full range of motion. I don't want to start with an open wrist or in a bad position. I want to start from the starting position. I always like to go a little bit on negative, just a little bit, so it will be a little harder. And from here, just going upwards. So this is the motion. It doesn't look like much, but it adds so much tension on my forearms. So about thumb placement for arm wrestling. If you take it like this, at some point the weight will start to drop down. It will slowly go. And as it's more closer to the point of rotation, easier it is. Here, to do wrist curls is much easier than to do it here. Thumb is really good for letting the tension stay the same for whole exercise. So for overall training, I recommend doing these kind of motions with your fingers or just with your wrist where you're fully extended and fully flexed. For arm wrestling, we need to have this position in a start and going inwards. And if you're doing these full range of motions close to competition, you will really overwork your forearms and they will actually be weaker on the day of competition than it would if you just would be working on this. So reps and sets for this one. I have seen guys going for 8 reps. I have seen guys going for 100 reps. Whatever you want to do in your training. If the competition is far, I like to do full range of motion to get blood pumping. Sometimes if it's 2-3 weeks before competition, really lightweight, full range of motion, just to get that blood in your tendons. When you want to get stronger in an arm wrestling position, always do a pause in a starting position. Right here, a pause, go up, pause. Always remember, you're the one who's controlling the weight, not the other way around. Sometimes guys will start doing like this. So you're not controlling it, you're letting it fall down. You need to control it from start to finish, from start to finish. This is how you get strong, mobile, big forearms. I have seen guys right here in this gym doing 100, 160, 180 kilos on this exercise. I have seen videos from some world-class teams where they're doing even more than 200 kilos. So this exercise is good for arm wrestling. It really works. It helps you in some positions, especially if you're weak in the start. You can do some static holds. You can mix some dynamics with statics together. So it's a great exercise. You can work really heavy. You can work really light. You can do high volume. You can do low volume. Really depends on what you want to achieve. I really hope this helps you with your arm wrestling training, gives you some ideas what to do, what to not to do. If you need some help with the training, check out our Patreon project, link is in description. Don't forget to order some cool arm wrestling merch, link is in description. Stay strong and love arm wrestling.